Welcome back to day number 3 of From Corporate to Calling. This is the 3-day masterclass event for burnt out high achievers who are done performing. You're finally ready to build what you are called to do. And y'all, we made it. Day 3, the final day, the most important day, because everything we've covered, the clarity, the truth, the calling you've been circling around, is leading us right here to this moment. Because this is where we shift from insight to movement, from I know I'm meant for more to here's my next aligned step towards building it. And if you've been feeling the tug, if you've been quietly asking, how do I actually do this? Today is the day that we answer that. We bring it all together, your power, your purpose, a real plan for your next step, and the permission to stop shrinking and start building on your terms. So let's make this last session the one that changes everything. And let's be clear, if you already know that you're ready to move forward with strategy and support, and with me as your coach, the link to schedule your Soul Goals Clarity Call is now open, because it's no coincidence that you are here. We attracted each other because I can help you move from where you are now, which is in limbo, to where you want to be in strategic alignment with your purpose that God has for your life. And that's what this call is for. It's how we'll explore working together and map out your next right move. So you can grab your spot on the calendar using the link in the chat. It's your time. It's your time. Let's go. All right, so let's take a look back at our journey over the past 3 days. For day 1, you cleared space, you activated your boundaries, and you reclaimed your power. Day 2, you named the truth of what you are here to live, you uncovered your purpose. And day 3, this is the building of your activation plan. Today, you claim it and plan your next right move to build momentum, because clarity without courage to move still keeps you circling. So this is your activation moment. So let's look back at our day 2 homework. It was to review what you wrote during the name it prompts and then determine your potential target audience. So how you help them, the possibility of their life once you help them, and lastly, how the world would be impacted by you serving and helping others with your unique gifts. So if you were able to complete this in any capacity, you are starting to form what I call your purpose statement. And that's why you showed up today, right? To finally get clear on what your next step looks like. And this is not just in theory, but in truth. See, this is where your calling stops being a whisper and starts becoming a direction. And if it's not coming together just yet, don't give up, don't get discouraged, just breathe through it, because clarity really is a process. It's not about performance, it's not about keeping up with this person or that person. This is unfolding for you and where you are on your path. So keep revisiting everything we discussed, sit with your answers, play with the language some. Maybe it's this skill and this experience and this strength. Feel into what resonates and not just what sounds right for you. And if all else fails, pray and ask for clarity. But do not get discouraged, because you are seeking what is the most important thing of all. And did you know that some people actually die without ever uncovering their purpose? And I've also seen it where people have spent as little as 3 weeks to a month figuring this all out. And once they have the formula and the steps, which we've given you here, and when it finally clicks, everything shifts for them. So this is your bridge from where you've been to what you're really here to build. So just take your time, but don't shrink back, because you are closer than you think. So let's talk about the real impact of your purpose statement. Your purpose statement is multifaceted, it's powerful, and it's personal to you. And it's not just words, it really is your anchor and your compass to all of the decisions and the things that you would do from this point on. It brings clarity to your next steps, alignment in your decisions, and motivation when things get hard. It helps you lead with intention, attract the right people, and move through life and business with direction and peace. So when you know your purpose, you stop chasing and you start building what's truly yours. Overall, a purpose statement is a powerful tool that can transform your life by providing clarity, motivation, and a sense of direction. And this is a template for constructing your purpose statement. So I also listed an example at the bottom to help you show how all of this comes together. So your version should have a little bit more detail, especially around who you serve and how you help them so that it's crystal clear. But let's start with the info from your homework assignment and fill this in. So step 1, own who you are and how you're gifted. That is, I am your name. A, which is your positioning, your role or identity that you're here to fill. Who are you in this season? How will you show up and lead with your gifts? So example, I am Danielle, a bold clarity coach and purpose strategy is an example of how you fill that out. Step 2 would be identify who you're here to help. This is your target audience. Who are you called to serve with your gift? And be as specific as possible here. I help high achieving women in transition. The step 3 would be name the pain or problem that they're facing. That is the go from their current struggle or challenge. What is keeping them stuck, confused, or frustrated right now? An example of that, I help high achieving women in transition go from feeling stuck, burnt out, and unclear to step 4, declare the transformation you help them create. 2, the possibility or transformation. What becomes possible in their life or business because of your work? An example of that is to walking confidently in their purpose and building work that fulfills them. And step 5, you'll explain the how, your unique gift or your approach, how you do it, your tools, your skills, your methods. How do you create results? What's your method or your superpower? An example of that, by combining mindset strategy, sold aligned planning, and real execution support. And then lastly, you want to paint the bigger picture. I envision a world where, and that's the legacy or impact that you plan to provide. What ripple effect will your work create? How will lives, families, or communities change? An example of that, I envision a world where women no longer shrink to fit systems that weren't built for them. They rise and lead with power, purpose, and peace. And so you can now pull it all together into one powerful personal statement that becomes your North Star in life, business, and leadership. So take 2 minutes, pull up your homework, look at your purpose statement, and just start filling in the blanks of what you uncovered last evening. And while you are doing that, I'll bring up an example. And see, I can be a little wordy, so you see mine is filled out in its entirety, no space left. But how does that shape up? And if you're ready to share your purpose statement in the chat, by all means, please do. This is a safe space, and your clarity can be the confirmation that someone else needs. Let me see if I can read mine. It's on a different screen. I am Shamika Brown Upshaw, a spiritual mindset and business coach. I help purpose-seeking professionals go from feeling stuck, trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, and lacking clarity on their goals and path forward to embracing their unique skills and talents and confidently pursuing their goals to achieve financial independence. Can't really see the next one. My glasses. But you can see it. All right, give it one more second for you all to pull it all together. I really do believe that this is the foundation. I mean, if you come to me with your purpose statement and saying, "Hey, Shamika, this is who I believe that I serve and how I can help them with my gifts," I promise you, that's a business, a goal, something that we can build together. So this is a great place to be. All right, you feel good about it? Oh, let's look at these purpose statements. I love it. I am Tiffany, a joyful marketing specialist and creative problem solving. Oh, the chat move. And let's see. A joyful marketing specialist and creative problem solver. I help small business owners go from confused and spinning their wheels to reaching their goals with ease and clarity. I envision a world where small businesses are thriving and making an impact on their communities and families. Oh, I love it. Okay, and Kelsey, I am Kelsey Hunt, an Emmy-winning marketing strategist. I help online coaches who feel invisible go from being the best kept secret in their industry to becoming impossible to ignore and scaling to predictable six-figure months by using Emmy-winning storytelling, psychology, strategic messaging. Oh my God, foundations, and live event mastery that transforms their expertise into magnetic authority. Amazing. Oh, I envision a world where no brilliant life, health, or wellness coach ever feels invisible again. That's powerful. Where every expert with life changing transformation expertise has the strategic marketing foundation to be seen, heard, and sought after by the perfect clients who desperately need their healing and guidance. Amazing and so true. All right. Thank you all so much. Let's go on. If you have yours, again, please put it in the chat and we're going to keep this train moving. All right. Next up is pause and process. So take a moment and sit with what you just wrote. This is a declaration of who you are and what you're here to build. And now that you've named it, the real question becomes, what will you do with what you now know? What will you do with what you now know? So let's be honest, knowing isn't the issue anymore. You already know what you want, you already know what's not aligned, and you already know what needs to shift. So the disconnect now is not in the knowing, it's that you haven't moved yet. And when clarity doesn't meet courage, you loop. You're going to have those same thoughts, the same prayers, the same circles as before. So waiting for more signs, more time, more certainty, we already know that doesn't work. So clarity deepens in motion, and we're here to move. And so we know we don't need a 5-year plan. We just need to know our next aligned step, and that's what we're going to carve out today. So the question no longer is, am I ready? It's to start asking, am I willing? Because you're not confused, you're just scared, and that fear doesn't disqualify you. It simply invites you to choose courage, and today is where that shifts happen. So here's your activation map. This is where theory ends and movement begins. You are going to decide what truth are you done avoiding, what's real for you now, and it's your job. Well, I'm sorry. Is it that your job is draining your spirit, that you're called to lead or not just contribute, and that playing small is costing you more than failure ever could? So that's what we're going to decide. What truth are you done avoiding? We're going to declare what truth are you willing to say out loud. And do is going to be the one thing that you'll actually do in the next 7 days that's going to put clarity into motion for you around this statement that you just declared. So rather that's going to be schedule a clarity call because now you know that your coach is here and she's ready to guide you forward. You're going to tell someone your dream out loud. That's professing it to your family, friends, to let them know that, hey, I have awakened and I know that it's something that's on my heart that I want to do. You're going to reopen that business idea you shelved or block off time to work on your offer or exit plan. And you're going to set boundaries at work that honor your values or start content creation that reflects your purpose. So I'll ask you plainly, what are you going to do with what you've been shown? So if God gave you this vision, it's not random, it's not a suggestion, it's an assignment. And every time you ignore it, you're not just delaying your own freedom, but you're delaying the people who you were called to serve. I mentioned yesterday, we all have a fractal line of people who we're here to help with our gifts, our unique gifts. And so the more you delay your path, the more they're waiting on you to come online. So you don't need to feel qualified. You don't need a full blueprint. You just need to stop treating your calling like it's optional, because it's not, and it's not up for debate. And this moment right here, this is your line in the sand to name it, claim it, and move. Because when you do, you shift from wondering about your next level to actually walking in it. So the question becomes, will you trust the God who gave you the vision more than the fear that's delaying it? So everyone leaves this process at a different level of clarity. Some of you all are crystal clear. You know what your assignment is. You've just been delaying the action. And some of you are close. You're circling the right thing. You know, you have a few strong ideas, but you still need space to try it, to tweak it, and to trust what's rising in you. And some of you are realizing, I need to go back to the root, right? There's more to uncover, and it's not because you're lost, but because you're ready for what's real now and not just recycle expectations. And that's fine. Go back to the drawing board. You have the steps, you have your journal. Just revisit and continue to play around with it until it feels like you. All right. So wherever you are, there's an aligned next step available. So let's honor where you are and move from that place. Which one are you? You can put a 1, 2, a 3. I even have a small 4 for that space in the middle with that heart, because they're caught between two different places right there. So which one are you? Are you in need of revisiting the foundation? Are you getting clearer but still have some questions? And do you know what your calling is? Okay, we got all good. We got a 2.5. I like it. So we're getting there. And it's okay. It's, a little bit tender. It's 3 days. If you can come and you can walk away in 3 days with it, hey, I got to bottle this. So yes, it's really to get you a glimpse of, I can do this. I can move in that direction. All right. So what is your path forward? If you are a number 1 and you need to revisit the foundation, I would suggest to go deeper into your values, your strengths and desires. And that's not backtracking. It really is wisdom to really get clear on what that is for you. So your next step might be to pause and reflect and redefine what matters, and don't rush it, because this is truly sacred work. You got to feel this. You got to embody it. You have to be it. If you are a number 2, I'm getting clearer. You're refining your truth, and your next move is experimentation and exploration. So figure out what would feel good for you to do. Your next step might be to experiment, to follow the nudge and let curiosity lead you to clarity. And if you, oh, I went too fast. And if you are a number 3, I know my calling. Now it's time for structure, strategy that feels aligned and doable, and support to build it. This is where we take off from here. So your next step is commit to structure, put it on the calendar, align your habits with your assignment, and ask for help. Don't do it alone. And if you are a number 4 in that sweet spot, you don't need to go back and start all over. You really need to integrate everything you know and begin living it. So build something that finally feels like you. It's about moving from knowing to actually being. So ask yourself, where am I still holding back, even though I know better? What truth have I named but not fully walked in yet? And what would it look like to build a life or business that honors all of me? So the real question becomes, what are you going to do with what you now see? And that's what we're about to get into next. So let's choose your next aligned step. Wherever you are, foundation, clarity, or calling, your next step isn't about pressure. This next move doesn't have to be dramatic, but it does have to be aligned. So think about your calendar, your conversations, your content. What's one action that would honor the woman that you're becoming? If you're saying, I need to revisit the foundation, again, you're not lost. You're just being invited to come home to your truth. So focus on reconnecting with your voice, your values, and vision, and get honest about what matters to you most and not what's expected of you. This week's next steps for you could be reconnect with your why. So you can journal, what do I really want and why does it matter? You can revisit your values, circle your top 3 from a values list and ask, am I honoring these? Is my life currently aligned with these? And take 1 hour each week for some soul-led reflection. No noise, no pressure. Just listen to yourself and listen within. And then reevaluate what's draining you. Remove one task, one role, one expectation that no longer fits because you came here in burnout. So this is to really make space and create room for you to live differently. So choose one skill or strength to use in a new way this week and ask God what he's showing you now and write it down. And if you're saying, I'm getting clearer, you've caught a glimpse of what's true. You've got strong ideas, but still narrowing the focus. You're uncovering patterns, themes, and possibilities, but something is still not clicking. Your next steps for this week is to say it out loud. Tell someone you trust what you think your calling might be. No disclaimers. Don't even water it down. You're learning to trust yourself and your voice. Give it a name. Write a 1-sentence statement of what you feel called to do, even if it evolves later. Protect space for your discovery. Block 1 hour this week to journal, to dream, and explore that thing that's been circling in your spirit. Do something imperfect. Start the draft, test the idea, follow the nudge, let curiosity lead as well. And notice what lights you up. Track where your energy rises and where it drains, because clarity often hides in your reactions to those things. You can also pick one version of your calling and test it for 30 days. Test it, talk it out with a friend or mentor or coach who gets it, and try it in the real world. Give yourself space to explore without apology. And lastly, if you're saying, I know my calling, the vision is clear, now it's time to create structure that supports it. This week's next steps for you, map out your next 30 days. What must move forward and what needs space? Set a boundary that protects your assignment. Cancel, delegate, or say no where needed. Schedule time to build at least 2 focus hours this week towards your purpose. And remember, we're borrowing time for those places where we're binge watching Netflix shows. We can borrow some time for those to spend on your purpose. And get the support you need, whether it's a coach, community, or systems, and don't try to carry this alone. The risk now is not in clarity, but in hesitation. So share your clarity out loud, post, speak, or write it, and declare your soul goal as a decision and not a dream. And here's your breakthrough declaration. For everything, I'm going to give you an affirmation because, again, it allows it to settle into your subconscious mind about what it is that you're here to do. So, your breakthrough declaration statement is: I am so happy and grateful now that I am clear in my calling, confident in my next step, and fully aligned with the purpose God placed in me. I no longer circle, I move with bold, spirit led certainty. See, everything that's risen up in you over these last 3 days, you didn't imagine it, you received it, you were chosen to carry it for a reason. So when God gives you a vision, it's not your job to have every step mapped out, it's your job to answer the call. And if it scares you, good. That means it matters, and that means that it's bigger than you. This isn't about chasing success. This is about answering a divine assignment you've been praying for confirmation. So, this is it. Take a deep breath, feel that shift in your spirit, because this is the moment you stop circling and start walking in power and purpose. And if you're ready to turn that vision into aligned action, let's move. This is the roadmap from corporate to calling. Throughout this training, we've walked through what it means to be a purpose driven woman, and we've looked at the exact steps it takes to go from feeling called to actually building something real. These are the same steps I took when I left corporate and started building my business from the ground up. When I reframed the beliefs that told me I had to settle or stay small, I was reclaiming my power. When I got clear on what I was really called to do and who I was meant to serve, I was clarifying my purpose. And when I mapped out my message, created aligned offers, and started showing up online, I was building my plan. And when I learned how to sell with integrity, serve with confidence, and get paid for the work I was born to do, I stepped into profit. So listen, if you're sitting here today and parts of you are nodding along, but other parts are still afraid, that's okay because I was there too. But I need you to know you're not crazy for wanting more. You're not behind. You're just at the edge of a new chapter, and what you do next matters. And that's exactly why I created Soul Goals, to give you the coaching, the structure, and support to actually walk this out. Because it's not just in your head, it's not just in your journal, but in real life, business, branding, voice, offers, impact. So if you're ready, I'd love to show you how we can do this together. If it's okay, if I take a few minutes to show you what that could look like. Is it okay for me to show you all the Soul Goals program? Yes, I'm getting a yes. All right, ladies. Introducing Soul Goals, the coaching experience for women ready to build what they were born to do. See, this is where we go from clarity to momentum, from I know what I'm here to do to I'm doing it with confidence, with clarity, and without compromising who I am. Soul Goals is for women like you who are done circling and ready to walk in authority, who know they've been called and are finally ready to build the life, the platform, the offer, or the movement around that call. What is Soul Goals? Soul Goals is a 6-month hybrid coaching program that gives you the strategy, structure, and soul work to finally build what you're called to do. It combines business strategy and operations, so your offers, marketing, sales, visibility, mindset plus spiritual plus emotional alignment. So this is clarity around your calling, power work, because I feel so confident about just helping people build and know that they have innate power that sometimes we've given away or we've buried. And then also real structure and support to help you succeed. What can Soul Goals do for you? It gives you the tools and support to get clear on what you're here to say, do, and build. Create aligned offers based on your gifts. So it's not a cookie cutter model, it's based on what you're here to do. Sell and lead from your soul and not hustle. We attract who we're here to work with. Build a business or life around your soul goal, your deeper mission. It helps you show up online confidently, clearly, and consistently. and launch or relaunch with peace, power, and strategy. And if Soul Goals right for you, this program is for you if you know your call but haven't built anything real around it yet. If you're tired of circling the same ideas without making progress. If you need structure and support to turn clarity into action, because a lot of times we know what we're here to do, but we don't know how to move from that knowing to doing. We call it the knowing doing gap. We help you fill that in. You're multi-gifted, mission-led, and ready to stop doing it all alone, or you're done performing, you're ready to build something true, bold, and sustainable. So in simple terms, Soul Goals helps you turn your calling into something real so you can build, lead, and live from a place that aligns with who you really are. And how do we do that? This experience is built around my 4P framework because inspiration isn't enough. You need a container that offers power, purpose, planning, and profit. So let me break that down for you. The purpose to profit path is the most effective framework to help purpose-seeking professional women clarify their calling and build a business and life they love without getting lost in fear, confusion, or the pressure to have it all figured out. And I'll quickly go to it. This approach empowers you to harness your inner strength, gain clarity on your goals, and build a strategic plan and confidently create a profitable business. Phase 1 is power, which we've talked about. We dive into uncovering and reclaiming the personal power within you. This phase focuses on helping you to reclaim your voice, authority, and identity. This is the inner work that makes everything else possible because before you build anything, you need to remember who you are. Phase 2 is purpose. In the purpose phase, we get to the heart of what truly matters to each client. You'll clarify your soul goal, the work you're truly here to do, and begin aligning your life and business around it. This involves gaining clarity on your life's mission, your values, and what you feel called to contribute to the world. So this stage is about aligning your passions with a purpose that's fulfilling and meaningful, setting the foundation for a sustainable and impactful journey. Plan is now that you are connected to your power and clear on your purpose, we create a structured step-by-step plan to bring your vision to life. So this stage is about strategy, organization, and building a realistic path forward. We take everything you've uncovered about your voice, your purpose, and your vision and build it into a business that reflects the real you. So you'll structure your aligned offer, core message, content themes, and client journey so you can stop second guessing and start showing up with confidence. You'll walk away with a plan that's not just strategic, but sustainable and actually feels good to execute. No more burnout. We map out each milestone, breaking down large goals into actionable steps to make progress achievable. And we even bring in human design in a unique way, and you'll love that. And finally, phase 4 is profit. We focus on helping you market, sell, and grow in a way that aligns with your values and purpose. You'll learn how to confidently share your offer, communicate your value, and serve your audience without pressure, burnout, or feeling like you're performing. You'll learn how to generate income from your calling without compromising your peace, integrity, or priorities. And when I say I just shared the exact framework that I use to transform my career and bring my dreams into reality. When I left corporate America to build a profitable business that was aligned to my highest and values and goals. So this is the process for achieving a life of purpose and freedom to live on your own terms. So now you have a chance to grab this same framework that helps you gain clarity on your purpose and direction, confidence in your unique talents, and the freedom to build a business around your calling and design a life that feels authentically yours. And let me break down what is included in the Soul Goals Hybrid Coaching Program. You'll get full access to the Soul Goals Signature Course, which is a powerful self-paced curriculum. There are a total of 15 modules and 58 lessons in the program. So you can literally do a lesson a week for a full year. That's how much breadth of information and knowledge that's in that particular course. These lessons walk you through the inner work, the strategy, and structure you need to build a purpose-driven life and business that's truly aligned with who you are. But you won't be doing this alone, because we do follow the guided 4P framework, and we bring this all into the group element of coaching as well. So your learning experience includes 2 group coaching sessions per week. You have a bi-weekly one-on-one private coaching session with me to work specifically on your business. You have access to the full Soul Goals curriculum, lifetime access to the 15 modules plus 58 lessons, and we'll continue to add to it as we learn and grow. You'll have guided assignments, prompts, and exercises in each track, and bonus modules on personal growth, emotional mastery, confidence, and mindset. So you're supported in life and business. So the bottom line here, this isn't just a course, it's a coaching container that gives you the clarity, confidence, and structure to build something real with support, with strategy, and with soul. All right, so we also have, if you come aboard, there's a pay in full bonus, which is Thinking into Results. It's an audio course by the iconic Bob Proctor. He's the brainchild behind the Proctor Gallagher Institute. He just recently passed, but he was an icon in the personal development space. And to be able to get your hands on this audio course, listen, it's nothing like it. And this is a $3,500 value just to get and be able to listen to Bob's work. Bonus number 2 for people who join. In the all of the bonuses are available over the next 48 hours if you choose to join us. Bonus number 2, who will you serve? This is a target audience essentials. This will help you define your target audience, core message, and unique offer. And you can start translating your soul aligned purpose, your soul goal into a thriving business model. And this is a value of $2,500. And then bonus number 3 for whoever joins within the next 48 hours is our human design profit profile. And I utterly love human design. I think it goes hand in hand with defining your purpose, uncovering your purpose. It's just another like checkbox. I promise you, when you see this profile, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's talking about me. So a free human design report, and this is specifically for business with the easy to understand breakdown of your core 4, your superpowers and challenges, and what you're really here to do. And that is $500, but it's worth so much more. So what will you get? You're going to get the bi-weekly one-to-one coaching, the step-by-step plan with milestones, timelines, and to-dos. You're going to get the bonus number 1, Thinking into Results. Bonus 2, Target Audience Essentials. And bonus number 3 is the Human Design Profit Report. All of it has a total value of $16,900, but that is not what we will be paying here today. Today's offer for a pay in full, which is our early bird special, you're going to get a discount of $2,500, taking it to $3,997 for your pay in full. And again, this is for a 6-month hybrid coaching program where you're going to have group coaching as well as one-on-one, a self-paced course, and all of the bonuses that we just named. And so right now we're going to put that link in the chat. So if you're ready to join us, you can go ahead and click the link and get started. So early bird discounts, secure your spot during this limited time enrollment period and enjoy an additional $500 off on the program tuition. So you will have access to all 3 programs plus the one-on-one coaching. So that's the Bob Proctor, the Soul Goals, and the Target Audience Essentials for your pay in full today. And if you would like a payment plan, we do have that available as well. So for webinar attendees who would like a payment plan, your cost is $4,497. So today would just be a deposit of $1,000 due today, and then you would have a monthly fee of $699.40 per month afterwards. So, are you ready to turn your entrepreneurial dreams into tangible reality and tap into the endless possibilities that await? This is your moment. So, I ask you, let's seize it with both hands. So, you can go over to the program enrollment page now. You have your QR codes here on the screen. If you are ready, the one to the left is your link that you can pay. You can either pay in full or you can choose to pay monthly. We have a 3-month pay or a 6-month pay. And if you still have questions, the link to the right will allow you to pull up the Soul Goals landing page and to actually book a clarity call with me. So I'll give you a second to scan those. Whatever you decide to do, the time for action is now. You don't want to wait on your dreams, aspirations, your purpose. It's time to move. You've heard the nudge, you've heard the calling. So, why work with me? You're here because you know that there's more to life, more to you, more to everything that you're currently experiencing. So, whether you're feeling stuck in your career, struggling to grow in your business, or seeking clarity on a personal goal, you're looking for guidance that's not just about strategy, but also about connecting with your deeper purpose. And as your spiritual mindset and goal achievement coach, I help you bridge the gap between where you are now and the life that you're meant to live. See, I'm going to guide you to connect with your authentic self and to see yourself the way that God sees you, full of potential, full of power and worth. I'm going to help you challenge the fears and limiting beliefs that have been holding you back, whether you're chasing career success, building a business, or going after a personal dream. And I want to help you unlock your inner power so you can confidently move forward and take intentional steps towards your most important life and business goals. And lastly, to help you create a clear step by step plan using my proven power, purpose plan, and profit framework that guides you toward abundance in all areas of your life, whether financial freedom, personal growth, career fulfillment, or leaving a legacy that matters. See, this is more than just goal setting. This is about a complete transformation, integrating who you are spiritually with what you desire to achieve physically. So you'll not only get the playbook I use to excel in corporate America, but you'll also experience the incredible impact of divine alignment, clarity, and purpose. And see, I can only talk about these things because I've lived them. You see, you live your life forward, but sometimes you have to look back to connect the dots to see how you got to be where you are. So, yes, I can describe myself, my life as being a wife, mother, business owner, coach, and Emmy Award winning director now. But see, life was not always that way for me. I made a conscious choice to make a change, and I'm so glad that I did. And now it's your turn. And I promise you, if you're ready to stop playing small, if you're ready to release the self doubt and step into the life you were called to live, this is for you and you will not regret it. Together, we'll build the roadmap for you to achieve greatness in any area of your life and on your own terms. See, you were made for more and it's time to claim it. So let's go after that together. And when I think back over my life, I think about, being in my 20s, and I remember always saying, God, why am I here? What am I here to do? And just asking that question. And I can be honest, never heard the answer. I never got the answer, but it didn't stop me. because what it did was make me curious about figuring out what it was. And by trying to figure it out, I tried many different things. And so I spent my 20s and 30s. You wouldn't believe how many businesses I started. I went from travel to multi-level marketing. I've done property preservation. Believe it or not, I have been on tops of the roofs of houses, checking damage to see what contractors I'm going to pull in to have it fixed and repaired. I've tried so many things, but in hindsight, again, it wasn't chasing success, it was preparing me for my purpose, because now I'm a spiritual business coach. It's no business really that I can feel like that I haven't touched, or that I would want to be able to help someone with, like the fear of starting anything, the fear of trying anything, the fear of going after any goal of mine, it's fallen to the wayside at this point. Do I still get fearful? Absolutely. Hey, this is my first live event. So some of that fear came up for me this week, but at the end of the day, I have my purpose statement. I have a plan for my life that I want to see come to fruition, and I refuse to let anything or anyone keep me from getting on the other side of that and to see the freedom that God has for me. You understand? So I will not stop. And I hope that you take this same approach now that you know what you're here to build. Don't stop. Let's go after it and let's get this done. So right now, I will open the door for Q&A. If there are any questions I can answer before we close out, just put it in the chat. And both of your links are there for you to sign up. And while you all are entering those, we'll go to our last slide. So, yes, we are approaching the end of this powerful journey together. I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your participation. I thank you for being here. And I'll just leave you with a few words of encouragement. I know that there's a vision inside of you. I know there's a problem in the world that only you are uniquely equipped to solve. But maybe, just maybe, you've been shrinking. Maybe you've been choosing the safety of what's familiar instead of stepping fully into the calling that would set your soul on fire. So the road from corporate to calling isn't always easy, but it's sacred and it's worth every step. As I mentioned before, to be in control of all 24 of your hours is nothing like it. You give so much to work. They should get 8, but you give them more, But now to have that time back and to do with it what I want to is nothing short of amazing. I get to take my daughter to school, pick her up. I get to participate and volunteer at schools now. And that was something that I wasn't able to do before. I used to send my mother in my place to be with my daughter. My mother even did mommy and me swimming classes with my daughter because I couldn't be present. But now I'm able to do that because I've done the work to break free and to really go after my purpose. And God is showing up in my life and showing me the blessings for having done that. So I've done the deep work. I failed. I figured it out. Now I can help you do it better, faster, quicker, smarter, safer, with truth and with grace. So you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. Believe that you are capable. Trust that what's in you is enough. You already have the wisdom, the gifts, and the resilience to build what you've been shown. So let go of perfection. Ask for support when you need it. And above all, trust the process. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. And every twist, every pause, every tug on your spirit is preparing you for what's next. So as you step forward from corporate to calling, remember this: you are ready, you are chosen, and you are more than equipped to build the life, business, and legacy you were born to lead. So go forward with courage, follow the pull, and let your soul lead the way. Thank you for being an integral part of this remarkable journey for me. Thank you again for your attendance and engagement, and follow the links to join us. Blessings, everybody.